What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Race.
Fans are eagerly anticipating a potential prequel to one of Hollywood's most controversial movies, 50 Shades of Grey. Rumors suggest that Robert Pattinson might take on the role of Christian Grey, adding to the excitement surrounding this project. Author E.L. James, known for the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy, has returned after a 4-year hiatus with a new addition to her romance series, The Mister. Diverging from explicit BDSM themes, this series is described as more reminiscent of Cinderella than Beauty and the Beast. The Mister and its sequel, The Missus, center around Maxim Trevelyan and Alessia Damachi. The narrative explores their love story with a shift towards milder and more consensual encounters, departing from the intense dynamics of the earlier trilogy. James distinguishes her protagonists, comparing Maxim's reasonable nature to Christian Grey's lust-driven persona. She defends her work as a form of escapism, challenging critics who question the intelligence of her readers. The Mister prominently addresses the theme of consent, reflecting James's response to the #MeToo movement. The author remains unapologetic about her writing choices, dismissing concerns about fan reception. Regarding 50 Shades of Grey 4, the exact plot remains undisclosed. Possibilities include exploring the couple's post-marriage life or adapting the novel Grey for a deeper look into Christian's perspective. The buzz around Robert Pattinson and a potential prequel adds intrigue. Pattinson's connection to E.L. James and his versatile acting make for interesting casting possibilities. In an unrated version of 50 Shades of Grey, additional scenes offer insights into Anna's actions influenced by the contract, emphasizing Christian's desire for control. The prospect of Robert Pattinson taking on Christian's role in a prequel excites fans, providing a fresh perspective on the iconic character. Interestingly, Robert Pattinson was initially considered for the role of Christian Grey in the original trilogy. However, concerns about potential awkwardness due to his Twilight co-star Kristen Stewart and his reluctance towards intense physical demands led him to decline the role. The anticipation for new additions to the 50 Shades universe, whether through E.L. James's latest works or a potential prequel, continues to captivate fans and spark discussions about casting choices and narrative directions. The turbulent romance between Christian Grey and Anastasia Steele in 50 Shades of Grey faced criticism for its depiction of unhealthy behaviors and portrayal of the BDSM lifestyle. While many criticisms are directed at Christian Grey, it's important to note that Anna also has her flaws, contributing to the problematic nature of their relationship. One notable issue is how Anna first meets Christian through a university newspaper interview, a task originally meant for her roommate Kate. The unrealistic scenario sets the stage for their relationship, but realistically, Kate wouldn't have passed up such a significant interview opportunity. Anna allows the relationship to progress rapidly, even when her friends and family express concerns about the speed. Anna loses touch with her friends, particularly Kate, as her relationship with Christian intensifies. The equation of love with suffering and the acceptance of struggles as proof of love are criticized as signs of codependency rather than romance. Anna's failure to use her safe word in a BDSM scenario is another point of contention, as it highlights a misunderstanding of the importance of consent. Her job promotion is deemed unrealistic, with Anna's swift ascent in the publishing industry questioned by audiences. Additionally, Anna's jealousy of other women, as seen in her reaction to the architect Gia, reflects insecurities and falls into outdated stereotypes. One consistent issue is Anna's compliance with Christian's demands, often giving in too quickly and too often. Her struggles to set boundaries and stand her ground are evident throughout the series, showcasing a lack of personal growth in asserting her own desires and needs. In 50 Shades Freed, Anna's compliance with Jack's ransom demands without involving her security team is criticized as a foolish decision, putting her and Mia's safety at risk. Moreover, Anna's negative attitude toward BDSM, portraying it as an obstacle to overcome, rather than something to embrace, adds another layer to the problematic aspects of their relationship. While much criticism is directed at Christian Grey, Anna's questionable decision-making and lack of boundaries contribute significantly to the problematic nature of their romance in the 50 Shades trilogy. Author E.L. James has described the adaptation of her 50 Shades trilogy into films as a traumatic time. The movies, starting with 50 Shades of Grey in 2015, followed by 50 Shades Darker 2017 and 50 Shades Freed 2018, starred Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan. Despite both positive and challenging aspects, James considers it a significant learning experience and expresses hope for future adaptations, saying, "Hopefully we get to do it again." Following the 50 Shades series, James released The Mister in 2019, followed by The Missus in 2023, described as a very romantic homage to Regency romance. When asked about the possibility of adapting The Mister into a film, James mentioned challenges due to the pandemic but expressed optimism, saying, "Fingers crossed, it will happen." During the interview on ITV's Lorraine, James also shared a personal experience of amnesia she suffered, referring to a period of great madness in 2018. She explained that stress and intense activity might have contributed to her memory loss. This revelation came after her immense success in the 50 Shades trilogy, which made her a millionaire, with estimates of her fortune reaching £75 million in 2015. The first book in the series, 50 Shades of Grey, became the best-selling book in the UK in 2012, according to publishers. E.L. James, the person who came up with the 50 Shades world, has already written more romance stories like The Mister and The Missus. Even though these aren't exactly a continuation of 50 Shades, they show that James likes writing about love. This could mean more 50 Shades of Grey stories in the future. The first 3 parts of 50 Shades finish the main story, but there are still more things that could happen. A 4th part might look at Anastasia and Christian's lives after getting married, showing new challenges and interesting stuff for both the characters and the people watching. Another idea is to turn E.L. James's book Grey into a movie. This book tells the story from Christian Grey's point of view, showing what he was thinking during the first part. Making Grey into a movie could give a new side to the story, letting fans see things in a different way. Even though there's no official word about 50 Shades of Grey 4 yet, there are reasons to think it could happen. The series is still loved, E.L. James is still doing well as a writer, and there are more things to explore in the story. Fans are excited and waiting to hear more news, and it's clear that the magic of Anastasia Steele and Christian Grey might continue to interest people in the future. Now, rumors are that a prequel to the wildly successful 50 Shades of Grey series offers a tantalizing opportunity to delve into the intriguing backstory of Christian Grey and Anastasia Steele, unearthing the roots of their complex relationship. To embark on this journey with a new cast and a fresh perspective is to reimagine the passionate and tumultuous world crafted by E.L. James. One avenue for a prequel could focus on the formative years of Christian Grey, unraveling the experiences that molded him into the enigmatic billionaire with a penchant for BDSM. Understanding his early relationships, familial dynamics, and the events that shaped his desires could provide a richer context for audiences. A carefully selected new cast would bring a distinct flavor to these characters, allowing for nuanced interpretations that breathe life into the prequel's narrative. Simultaneously, the exploration of Anastasia Steele's pre-Grey life offers another compelling angle. Her journey as a college student and aspiring journalist, and the events that led to her iconic interview with Christian Grey could be woven into a captivating storyline. A fresh face portraying Anastasia would inject a new perspective into the character, shedding light on the factors that drew her into Christian's alluring world. And that's what concludes today's video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one. Feel free to share your suggestions for future videos in the comments below.